Hello, everybody. Thanks for listening to Wake Up, Look Up, a podcast where we connect events happening in real time to the gospel of Jesus Christ. I'm Zach Wyrock. And in today's episode, we are looking at happiness apps. And we're asking the question, can you measure joy? Well, the quick answer is you can, but you shouldn't. And I say this because of an opinion piece that was in the New York Times this week by author Jessica Grose. She was detailing her experience using a happiness app, and there are hundreds, if not thousands of these available to you, in which a person tracks what made them happy over the course of a month. In fact, in her case, she took 100 surveys over the course of a month to determine when she was happy and what made her happy, I guess in the hopes of being able to replicate that moment. There are two things in the article that stood out to me. One is she said she was happier when she was eating than when she was working. Well, I don't know who that's not true of. But then second, she said that actually tracking her happiness made her thoroughly unhappy. I think there's a lot to learn from this. Let me offer you three different thoughts based on this author's experience. First is happiness is not a feeling. At least it's not exclusively a feeling. Sure, eating is better than working if what you mean is the way it makes you feel. Watching a movie with my wife is better than working, especially if she lets me choose it. But that's a false comparison. Some things in life I get to curate. I mean, I do them when I want, how I want, where I want, with whom I want. Of course, in those moments, I'm going to find a higher feeling than in the moments where I'm actually at someone else's mercy or even serving someone else. That doesn't mean that the former are going to make me happier than the latter. The Bible tells us that there is great happiness to be found in serving God and serving each other and living a life of others-centeredness. But it isn't telling us that that's going to make us feel better than eating a nice slice of pizza. Feelings are part of the equation, but they can't be all of it. The second thing is that maybe the best way to be unhappy is to ask yourself, am I happy? The author details this experience that most of us parents have had. She's walking back from the bus with her elementary school age daughter who's telling her all that she learned that day about sedimentary rock. And the author says this is a moment that would have been normally a highlight of her day, walking with her daughter, talking about her day. These are the moments that you can't ever get back. But instead, she found herself wondering, how would I score this on the happiness app? And by scoring it, would this be a high score, a low score? Would something else make me happier? You know, my concern for our culture is that we are more aware of ourselves and of the world around us than we've ever been. But a byproduct of that is we are maybe less present than we've ever been. So that on a walk with her daughter, the author is asking, am I happy? Instead of asking, what is going on in my daughter's day? My fear is that a preoccupation with the feeling of happiness, the pursuit of happiness, of pleasure, of self-centeredness, of self-satisfaction is actually causing us to miss the moments and things that will actually make us happy. And the third thing is that there are spiritual implications to this. If we connect the happiness that can be found in following Jesus to a feeling, or if we connect it in comparison to whether following Jesus or eating a slice of pizza makes us happier, my fear is we will never actually grow spiritually, because the happiness of spiritual growth isn't found in a feeling or in comparing it to just chilling at the pool. The happiness of spiritual growth is in trusting that the lives of meaning and purpose and relationship that God calls us to will lead us to a greater place of existence, a greater place of life, a greater place of even happiness, not just on an emotional level, but on every level. Maybe we need to spend a little less time asking, am I happier? And start actually doing the things that lead to a life of happiness. Stop measuring it and start living it today with the people around you in real time. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. While you're here, we'd love to ask you to hit subscribe or to like so you get future content. If you listen to the audio version too, make sure you leave a review and a comment. That really helps. Consider sharing it on social media and helping us get the word out. And hey, while you're here, check out all the other content that Christ Community Chapel is putting out, including the videos that are around me right now.